You know, guys, usually when I do match reactions, whether it's Barcelona or Real Madrid, I try to give a clear analysis of the whole game, right? I try to be as professional as I can be, even when it comes to Real Madrid. But honestly, guys, I'm sorry, right? I just finished watching that Real Madrid versus Real Sociedad game. And honestly, I've just come to the conclusion that at this point, it's evident La Liga is against us. Barca fans, I just have to say this now. Let it go. Let it go. They just won today. They're not top of the table. Obviously, we have a game in hand which we will play on Monday. But I hate to be the bearer of bad news for you guys. But yeah, we're not winning this league. And is it because we are terrible? Is it because we are going to bottle it, or our team is absolutely garbage, or after that game against Atletico Madrid, I've lost belief? No. It's because when I watched today's game between Real Madrid and Real Sociedad, that game, honestly, it made me angry, but also it just deflated me. Because it made me realize, right? It doesn't matter how good Madrid are, how bad Madrid are. When Madrid are struggling, you already know what's coming. And you know what, right? This is genuinely a disgrace. And it's funny, right? Because these same spineless hypocrites are the same people that will come out and call my club out, right? Talking about Negreira, talking about '09, talking about all these controversial moments for Barcelona. They always remember when Barcelona, according to controversy, is crazy. How the world seems to always have an eye for every time something goes Barcelona's way. But it's funny how the whole world has a funny way of just closing their eyes or turning the other cheek when they're seeing blatant corruption. But they sit there and they pretend like it's not there. And you know what? I just don't give a crap. This is why I don't care what the world thinks. This is why I don't care what any fan thinks. Whether you're a Madrid fan, Premier League fan, whoever you are. I don't care what your opinion of my club is, because you are all a bunch of spineless hypocrites. Okay? You all choose accountability when it suits you. You're the same people that will call my club out for things. But it's funny how today's game, how many people today, how many non-Madrid fans, Barca fans, non-Barca fans will actually come out and say, you know what? That is a bunch of bullshit, what we saw today. Those two penalties, absolute disgrace. And we've seen it multiple times this season. Real Madrid have had 13 penalties in 24 La Liga games. That is an average of a penalty every other game. Go to any league in the world. There's not one league in the world that has that kind of ratio of penalties. And everybody wants to sit here and talk about, a lot of these spastic fans want to come out here and talk to me and say, oh, but that's not our fault. Real Madrid, these guys struggle against us. They struggle against our attack. Our attack is such a problem. Bullshit! Seriously, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. What I saw today was an absolute disgrace. Both of those penalties were all a bunch of BS. And you know what? I can literally come out here and literally show you proof after proof after proof after proof after proof. But guess what? The funny thing is, do I expect anyone to care? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because everybody here are a bunch of hypocrites. You're a bunch of hypocrites. That's all you guys are, right? You all have such a deep hatred for my club that you will choose to overlook whatever you're looking at. And you think that you can talk to me about accountability? Fuck all of y'all. I don't care. I don't care. Talk about any controversy when it comes to Barcelona. I'm not hearing it anymore. Because you guys choose when you want to hold people accountable. So you know what? It is what it is. And look, I know I went on that little 4-minute rant, but honestly, I don't even want to talk about the game. Because here's the funny thing, right? Yeah, Real Madrid won this game 4-1. And you know what's funny, right? You look at that result and you think, amazing performance, incredible performance. Real Madrid absolutely dominated. Once again, Vinícius performed today. But here's the funny thing. If you didn't watch that game today, you would sit there and think, oh, what an amazing performance. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Because here's the thing. It was 4-1. It's kind of very similar to the Real Betis game. where, yeah, Real Madrid won the game 6-1. But if you watch that game, it was not a 6-1 game because Betis made it closer than it looked. And the same thing applies today with Sociedad. They gave it a go. They really did. But this is the problem. When you're playing Real Madrid, you got to accept you're not just playing Real Madrid. You're playing Real Madrid and La Liga. You're playing Real Madrid and La Liga. And this is why Madrid have such a lack of accountability. Because they believe they're entitled to this. They believe that they're entitled to this. Right? Honestly, it is sad and it's really, really unfortunate. And this is why, guys, I'm going to be very honest with you guys. I am deflated. Because I'm not this guy. I don't like coming out here and I don't like making excuses. I really don't. I don't like coming out here and making justification and trying to, excuse or make, a lot of things like this. I don't like it. I like to be as professional as I can be. I try to give credit where credit is due. And you know what, right? Even in this game today, guys like Trent played very, very well. Aurelien Tchouameni, amazing today, right? Even Vinny, right? I know he scored 2 penalties. Wasn't bad, really, right? And it's another game where, they didn't have Kylian Mbappe start. And look, I'll be honest with you guys, right? Because a lot of Mbappe haters will say, see, this is what we keep telling y'all. Mbappe was the problem. Mbappe is the issue. Once we get rid of Mbappe or Mbappe gets out of this team, we'll be back to being where we are. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. When you look at Real Madrid's attack, they attack very similarly. The only difference is, right, without Kylian Mbappe, all the other players feel like they have more opportunities to shine, right? But overall, the performances is always the same. It's just the difference that when Mbappe is not around, all of the players pick themselves up. They all pick themselves up. But when Kylian Mbappe is around, right, everybody kind of feels like, yeah, Mbappe will take care of everything. Or they have to play under Mbappe. And, you can look at that either way. You can say, well, that's either a problem or it's not a problem, right? But it is what it is. And look, like I mentioned, it was a 4-1 victory, but this is the issue, man. This is the issue. La Liga is against us, Barca fans. La Liga is against us. We've seen it, right? I literally, was it the last game or was it the Elche game? Mallorca game. Which game was it? The second penalty today for Kylian Mbappe, for Vinícius Jr, right? Literally, there was no contact. Literally none. I can look at the first penalty, right? The first Real Madrid penalty and say, okay, I think it was soft. I think the first penalty was soft. But even if I was to put my bias cap aside, there was contact. There was minimum contact, but contact nonetheless. And sometimes that's what all it takes. In the game today, listen, I'm not dumb. I understand how the game works, right? Sometimes it doesn't have to be a maximum contact. The most tiniest of contacts can be enough for a penalty these days. And that's why I kind of, looked at that and I overlooked it and said, okay, I wouldn't have given that as a pen. But in this modern day, those are given as a pen, unfortunately. The second penalty, there was literally zero contact. You literally can see Vinícius already going down before the tackle was even made. Like, bro, how as Barca fans are we supposed to compete with this? 13 penalties in 24 games. Do you guys realize it doesn't matter what we do? We have to literally fight. We have to scratch and claw to win games. But Real Madrid, they can have a stinky performance and you always know. Penalty el favor de Real Madrid. It is a culture now. It is now a statement. Guys, this is no longer funny. It's everywhere. Everywhere you go now, it's a meme now. Anytime you see it now, you see it everywhere. It's no longer a joke anymore. People can now clearly say that they're like, bro, doesn't matter what happens in the game. Real Madrid can get absolutely dominated. Real Madrid can go the whole game without having a shot on target. But you can be rest assured, when the player of Vinicius ilk or Mbappe, guess what? It doesn't matter. The moment they get in the box and they go down, you better be scared for your life. It doesn't matter if it's the most blatant dive that you will ever see in football. It doesn't matter. We have seen it recently, especially in the Champions League recently. We saw it in the Liverpool game when Vinícius made that embarrassing dive, right? Embarrassing dive in front of the world. Yes, he was a laughing stock. Yes, everybody laughed at him. But the funny thing is, the reason why Vinícius, right, has that kind of, mentality, or has that kind of like cojones to dive like that, is because he knows he's gotten away with it multiple times. He's seen his team be given penalties for dives like that constantly. And what is the point? Like this, the old saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it's not broke, don't fix it, right? Clearly it works. We don't need the contact. All we have to do is to just smell the defender behind me, and if I go down, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like, this is what I mean. I watched this game today, and I was like, wow. Just give them the league title. I'm going to be very real. Just give them the league title. Just give it to them. Because it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. La Liga are determined to make this title race interesting. They clearly know that Real Madrid don't have the, incredible capacity to actually fight their own battles. So you know what, La Liga is like, okay, you guys need a boost. We got you. We need to make people keep watching La Liga, because La Liga is completely trash now. La Liga is completely dead. And because La Liga is dead now, we kind of need the title race to look interesting. We don't want it to look like it looked most of last season, right? Barcelona doing back-to-back? Nah, man. We can't do that. I mean, Barcelona will be the first team to back-to-back since who? Oh, that's right. Barcelona in 18-19. That was the last time a team did back-to-back. And La Liga, they kind of hold that as a medal. I'm like, oh, this league is not always as close as many people think. People think it's just the Barcelona and Real Madrid, but guess what? We haven't seen a back-to-back champion in a long time, over 8 years. That's it. So, for me, it doesn't really matter, right? We'll probably win on Monday against Girona. And yes, we'll be back at the top of the table 1 point. But Real Madrid fans are going to be so happy about this, because they know it doesn't matter, right? And look, quite frankly, I really couldn't give 0 shits what any Madrid fans think. Because here's the thing. To you guys, you only see corruption when you think it's against you. You guys have no accountability. You're a bunch of shameless cowards. You don't care about anyone but yourselves. But also, it's just in your DNA, right? You guys are so narcissistic. You just live in your own world where you think everything revolves around you. And that is fine. So, it is what it is. For me, guys, I'm sorry. I trust my team. I trust my players. I think that our squad is good enough. And I think that we can go and win the league. But when you look at results like this today, when you look at games like this today and you see those refereeing performance, and you've seen it time after time after time after time this season, you just have to accept what is going on and accept that you are fighting a losing battle. So it is what it is. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about everything I said in the comment section below, right? Let me know what you guys think. At the end of the day, what can I say? Madrid fans, enjoy your win. I'm sure you guys are going to have a lot of fun watching my rant. Go ahead. Let me know how much I should hold that. Tell me how much I should cry more. Go ahead, guys. It is what it is. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications. And peace. Take care.